Hello and welcome to the S53 ISFL Draft. I am your host, CC. I'm the one controlling. Oh god, I have the sound on the stream. Okay, sorry. I'm the one controlling the draft stream. I used to be GM. I no longer am. Now I'm a free agent wide receiver. So hit me up if you want to throw me a bag. Um, I have three people helping me out, as you can probably see on the top left of the screen, and they will introduce themselves now.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Psychro. I'm the GM of Cape Town, and I'll also be reading for Orange County and Sarasota.
I am LGLAC. I am currently on the Black Forest Brood, and I am the newly minted general manager of the Dallas Bird Dogs, and I'll be reading for Black Forest and Arizona.
And what you're hearing right now are the dulcet tones of Triceracop, general manager of the Osaka Kaiju. I will also be reading for the Colorado Yeti and the Austin Copperheads.
I didn't mention, but I am reading for San Jose, Honolulu, and what was the last one? NOLA.
Wow.
All right, let's get this thing underway. The first pick belongs to Black Forest.
And with the first pick in the Season 53 ISFL Draft, the Black Forest Brood will be selecting Tom Turbo, running back. User is Juosu. Jackie said this will turn out to be the best first overall pick for BFB in its entire history. In scouting, she passed with flying colors, and in practice, we couldn't pass up a strong running back to carry us to glory. Glad to have you as the run stud of the Black Forest offense for our rebuild. Juosu, welcome to the Brood.
Very nice. Yeah, Juosu, longtime Sim League user. Always gonna earn a lot of TPE. So probably a solid pick here. Next up, we have Cape Town.
With the second overall pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, Cape Town selects GM Mellet, user Guitarmaster116, linebacker from Bondi Beach. Yo-Dog, I heard you like GMs, so the GMs of Cape Town drafted a GM to help the GMs. This is the earliest pick Cape Town's had in the draft in over 20 seasons, so we're ecstatic to come away with someone that we consider one of the best users in the class. With this addition to the roster, we can finally enact our GM master plan, aka Gridiron Magic. Get money, gain muscle, grow mustache, gather momentum, gamble millions, garner mindfulness, galvanize metals, grind mountains, generate mystery, give mercy, gallop miles, giggle maniacally, glimpse majesty, and grasp magnificence. Welcome to the Team
brother.
Guitar Master. Let's get to work.
You got every inch of that, dog. Let's go.
He did apologize to us for how long that one was before we started. I didn't.
You
Still
shouldn't
didn't
have. It was
expect
awesome.
that. All right. Next up is Osaka.
With the third overall pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaijui's Medic Mav 36, football catcherman, wide receiver from the Kansas City Coyotes. There's a couple reasons we took this guy. Number one, nepotism. He's the league owner if you didn't know that. Number two, we needed a wide receiver. That's pretty obvious if you look at a roster. Number three, he loves our branding. Who doesn't love our branding? One person in this draft, and he's wrong. He knows who he is. But most importantly, as Osaka starts to shift gears into a major rebuild, we wanted to bring in someone who was enthusiastic about rebuilding, excited to be a part of the team, and had like a very long view of their career and what they wanted to do. And Mav checked all of those boxes for us. We're stoked to have him. Welcome to Osaka.
Great pick. Another very long time user, as evidenced by having the owner title of the league. So next up, we have the Saber Kitties. And with the fourth pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, they will select wide receiver Ezra Torrent, user SkinDog44. And they said, who else announces their return to the ISFL with one of the coolest self-made videos ever? If you haven't seen it, go watch. Dog's first player, Io Torrent, was a force at linebacker and had a stint in San Jose during that great career. Now he's back and created the perfect position for us. He and Golden Erickson will form a fantastic wide receiver duo for us as we head into our championship window. Welcome back to San Jose. And next on the clock is Sarasota. Who's reading for Sarasota? Did I?
I am, but I'm looking at the notes, and it's Arizona's notes, not Sarasota's.
Well, let's just click the button and see what happens.
With the 5th overall pick, Sarasota selects Shrub-a-Dub quarterback, user Shrub02, from the Norfolk Seawolves.
Yeah, in the draft sheet, this is right.
Yeah, I don't have a note for them. I just have.
Hold on.
I have
Oh,
the
you're saying I
12th
sent
pick
the
from
wrong
Arizona.
thing.
You sent the wrong pick.
Sent the
wrong note. Yeah.
Okay. 1 second. I can just read it once I get it up. Where is it? Here we go. Sorry about that. Okay, Shrub has established himself as a consistent and likable league veteran that consistently delivers on and off the field. This is a combo we couldn't pass up. The Sailfish have found their newest star, and the entire league better be ready because Shrub is about to take over. Welcome to Sarasota, Shrub. We've been waiting for a player like you and can't wait to see you in action. Okay, next is Orange County, which I think you're also reading.
I am. With the 6th overall pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, the Orange County Otters select Aurelius Brooks, wide receiver, user Rain Delay, out of Norfolk. And Orange County had this to say: "We're stoked to bring Rain Delay into the Orange County fold with this pick. Not only is he a storied user at a position of need, but he also founded an ISFL expansion team with a current member of our roster, Frostbite. We could not be happier with landing a proven recreate here at 6th overall."
Very nice. All right, everyone turned on their headphones because the Kaiju were on the clock.
And with the 7th overall pick, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaijuese. Oh, God. Xanthelio Vormspultz. I practiced
I feel
it
like you
4
got
times.
that.
User Jason Kranz, linebacker out of Bondi Beach. This is a user that I've gotten to know from being in the Bondi locker room. Really enthusiastic user, really great guy. We're hoping to bring a lot of that energy into the Osaka locker room as we look towards our rebuild. Help us get that shot in the arm towards our activity, towards having another great linebacker core in Osaka. Welcome to the land of the rising sun.
Very nice. All right, BFB is back up.
And with the 8th overall pick in the Season 53 ISFL Draft, the Black Forest Brood will select quarterback Thorfinn Vinland, user Bubba. Irish said every good rebuild needs a solid foundation, and we are excited to have Bubba as the cornerstone of our growing Brood offense. We were impressed with your interview and are excited to give you a shot at quarterback. We're hyped that Oko was too blind to pick you for their next GM, and other QB needy teams passed on you. Steal of the draft. We get to benefit from their mistakes. Welcome to the Brood.
Very cool. I believe I was on a DSFL team with them once, and they were very fun to have in a locker room. So, next up, we have the Honolulu Hahalua, and at pick 9, they will select running back, Van Hammer, user Bolo. They said, "We really didn't expect to have any chance at such a power user even this early in the draft. Although not the biggest position of need, there was no way we could pass up on Bull here. Having our fair share of punishment threads in Honolulu, we thought it was best to have the Banhammer on our side. Stoked to have you joining us on the islands." And next is Colorado picking.
All right. I read for Colorado this time. With 10th overall, the Colorado Yeti select Adolin Shersan, user Captain Gusar from the London Royals. Tim had this to say: Cap is a great user and former DSFL GM. I had the pleasure of working with him in Portland for a few seasons as co-GMs. Gusar was looking for a great locker room with a great vibe, and we are fairly confident we are able to give them that. Super happy to have him.
Okay, next up are
Congratulations.
the Copperheads.
Yes, I read for Austin as well. With 11 overall, the Austin Copperheads select Tyron Breckenridge III, user Lowly Crib from the Portland Pythons. They had this to say. Austin is really excited to bring this longtime user into the fold in order to lead the next generation of award-winning linebackers. We had a great chat with him and have admired the last two Tyron Breckenridges, so it was a really easy decision when we saw him still on the board to grab him. Let us hope third time's a charm in the hunt for an HOF Breckenridge.
I could be wrong, but I believe Brack only ever creates linebackers. Very interesting choice there. Next, we have the Outlaws.
And with the 12th overall pick, the Outlaws will select offensive lineman Geriatric. Arizona had this to say. Well, if it isn't Mr. Strength and Agility himself. Despite being one of the worst prospects in this class, Arizona has decided to make this geriatric user a first-round pick. This time, Crony gets to pound the table for Katasa. How the turntables. Anyway, we're happy to bring back such a great user to Arizona, as he has been a big part of Outlaw history. Welcome back, Katasa.
Yep, Katasa, longtime Arizona user. I don't think anyone's surprised about this pick. Let's see if we're surprised by who Osaka picks.
All right, with the 13th overall pick, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaijui's Mobius Grander, Zero Escape Safety from the Kansas City Coyotes. We are excited to bring a very enthusiastic and loyal user to the Osaka locker room. Someone who has a lot of experience with rebuilding teams, knows the challenges that they can face, also locks down our secondary for the future with another great user we drafted in the past couple drafts. It's going to be awesome for us. It's going to be awesome, hopefully, for him. And we are excited to have you in the land of the rising sun.
Very cool. Next is formerly Baltimore's, the champion Baltimore Hawks draft pick. My former team. Shout out Swoosh, one of the GMs there. Now owned by BFB. Let's see who they pick.
With the 14th pick, BFB will be selecting running back Chucky McDavid, user code K29. Irish already drafted you once. Why not twice? Code has been a great member of KCC, and we are excited for our running back duo of the future to dominate future seasons. Brick Wall is not looking forward to trying to stop this duo in practice. Welcome to the Brood.
Very cool. Next up is Colorado.
Alrighty. With the 15th overall pick, the Colorado Yeti select Ryama de D Yugo, user, I'm just going to say Triple H81, defensive end from the Kansas City Coyotes. They had this to say. Triple H has been lighting up in our locker room, and we were stoked to get him here at 15. Here's two quick poem for Triple H. Donut's face turns red. Drafting Triple H must be done. Tantrum in the air. To the Yeti's call, Ryama D Yugo stands. In the snow, they rise. I think one of those was a haiku, but I'm not about to
say.
count.
I thought it was a haiku, but then you just kept going.
I mean, I tried to take a long enough pause to separate the two poems.
Gotcha. You did great. You did fine. It's okay.
I don't believe you. we need to talk about this.
Okay, we'll do that later. Next up is Black Forest.
With the 16th pick, Black Forest will be selecting offensive lineman, user Double Dub. We'd almost be tempted to double up on Double Dub if we could, but we'll take what we can. Always a good time speaking with the man. The man that walks the line man, has walked himself all the way into the Black Forest Brood locker room. Double Dub, welcome to the Brood.
Doesn't look like much of a lineman. Hopefully he packs on a few pounds before the season starts. Next up is Cape Town.
With the 17th pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, Cape Town selects Kevin Kirkpatrick, user Pyro182, linebacker from Norfolk. And Cape Town is so fired up to be able to pick up Pyro. A user of this caliber could have easily been taken in the first, so the fact that we can add them to our roster is a dream come true. They're renowned as a Sim League legend and have been nothing but a positive addition to the ISFL as well. With this pick, Cape Town finishes out its reload and begins to ramp towards our competitive window. Not only will Pyro be an unbelievable asset to the team, he also joins Scorch Von Turbo in the midfield to create the literal hottest LB core in the league. Welcome to the crash, Pyro.
Very good. Next up is the Kaiju. Are the Kaiju? Is?
Are?
Okay.
It's one of those words that's like plural and singular, so I can see the confusion.
Yeah.
Anyway, with the 18th overall pick, the Osaka Kaiju select. That's right. Get ready to learn Kaijui's Ultimate Destroy. Play a Riptide Hurricane linebacker for the Tijuana Luchadors. For anyone who's been around for a while, this is a real rivals to allies thing Ult and I have going on. He was Tijuana GM while I was there in Bondi. I have nothing but respect for the way that he composes a team in a locker room. He's going to be a real asset with us as we gear up, in our rebuild and our scouting, and also down the line when he comes up, he's going to be an absolutely outstanding player for us. So excited to have you in the land of the rising sun, Ult.
Very good. Next up are the very tough, very strong, and intimidating Saber Cats. You're welcome, Russ. And with pick 19, they will select offensive lineman Bear Witten, user Myth Randier, also known as Myth around the league, I think is more common. They said our other biggest position of need coming into this draft was offensive line. So we had our paws crossed that Myth might fall to this spot. See, told you it was Myth. Many teams wanted to trade up to grab him, but there was no chance we were letting him go. I also have history with Myth's first player because they came into the league in the S22 draft class with me, Russ. S22, best 22, agreed with that. I'm also S22. We're super happy to get him in and have him be a rock on our offensive line moving forward. This doesn't mean you have to show mercy to Madden in the town of Salem server, though. All right, next up is Sarasota, and I did send the note this time, so...
Yes, you did. No, you didn't. You sent me pick 23.
Ah!
with the 20th pick of the S53 ISFL draft, Sarasota selects.
Yeah.
That was a
A
leak.
trade.
Leak.
That was a leak. What did I say before the draft started? All right. Anyway.
Yeah, you already messed up once, though.
Anyway.
New Orleans will receive
Yeah,
Sarasota's pick 20, and Sarasota receives NOLA pick 23 and $7.5 million in cap. Oh my!
I believe T-Money had this to say about the trade. Dear God, the cap is scare. We need O-linemen so bad. Please, please, please.
All
That
right.
does sound like him.
New Orleans now is on the clock, and at pick 20, they will select offensive lineman Ivan Ivanov Jr., user KMAT. Wow, for once he wasn't on the Ducks. That's crazy. They said, is this it? The final piece of the puzzle? Nola was thrilled that we had a chance to move up here and grab someone that was super high on our board. Shout out Fish. KMAT was a super easygoing scouting conversation, and we were really happy to have such a good time with them. And that they fell this far. What are you doing, everyone else? They'll be an anchor on the second line for seasons to come. Welcome to the parade line, KMAT. And next up is Orange County. And with pick 21, they select to trade.
It's a trade. Yeah.
You didn't trust me again.
I really didn't. I don't know how to feel about you right now. Orange County will receive Honolulu's 22nd pick and $2 million in S55 cap, where Honolulu will receive pick 21.
Moving up one spot for $2 million. 1 second, my cat is banging on the door really hard. Okay, I'm back. And with pick 21, Honolulu will select Kicker, punter, Chicky Martin. User Ricky Martin, IRL. They said, this man finally gets to become what he always wanted. A diamond-shaped body with a broad head and a large wing-like fins that swims slowly with his mouth open, filtering plankton and small fish. Welcome back home. And now, Orange County is on the clock again.
And with the 22nd pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, Orange County selects
You did it!
another trade. Another trade. Here we go. Black Forest will receive pick 22. Orange County will receive pick 24, Nola's 54 round 3, and a firm digital handshake from Irish.
I want you to read all the zeros.
I will not.
Okay, fine.
You're not my real dad. You can't make me.
Black Forest is up next.
With the newly acquired 22nd pick, Black Forest is going to select linebacker Phantom Ghost, user Coach SJ35. Our first defensive player. Coach has spent a lot of time in the DSFL, and we at BFB are excited to be the team to witness his ISFL debut. Welcome to the Brood.
Welcome to the Brood indeed. Next up is Sarasota.
And with pick 23 in the S53 ISFL Draft, Sarasota selects Garcia Bear, user Snowy Wolf with a Z, safety out of Minnesota. Sarasota had this to say: like our first pick, we went with a well-known name around the ISFL with Snowy. He brings the upbeat energy that helps lift a locker room up and will help add some youth to an aging secondary. We're excited for the potential that we were able to get at this point in the draft and are looking forward to the future with Snowy.
Snowy's a great guy.
This is one of those
Also,
picks where I sincerely very much hope this is like the steal of the draft. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
As much as I would hate to see it in the conference that I am in, I hope it's the steal of the draft for the user.
Yep, Snowy's great. Snowy's also an S22 duck like me and Russ. So he's got that going for him.
A lot of stink in there.
Now that I'm thinking about it, there really was. Jamar also. That, man, I could go on and on. Anyway, Orange County has the next pick.
With pick 24 in the S53 ISFL Draft, Orange County selects CJ Foley, wide receiver, user DJ Fire Dragon from Portland. And Orange County had this to say: DJ snuck into this draft right before the TDL, and we could not be happier that he flew under the radar. While his TPE is lower than his peers, his energy and scouting more than makes up for it. We're wicked excited to add this user to our rebuilding roster.
Very nice. Next pick is owned by Colorado.
All right, with the 25th pick in the ISFL Draft, the Colorado Yeti select Raw Cheese McPickle Jr., user Eric Belmont from the London Royals. They had this to say: Donut believes he might be related to Simon Belmont and therefore a nice addition to the Yeti to help us hunt vampires. We're not sure if there are any in this league, but if the cat says something, you better do it to avoid any further drama. That seems correct.
I believe Jim the Vampire.
It seems like a good way to operate.
I believe Jim the Vampire retired a handful of seasons ago, so I think we're vampire.
I can't believe Colorado stole the player whose name I paid real American dollars for.
Real American dollars to a charity?
Real ones to a charity, yes.
Imagine donating to a charity. Gosh, that's disgusting. All right, Black Forest is up next.
And with the 26th pick in the draft, Black Forest is going to select cornerback Vincent Martinez, user Big Dollar. Dollar bills, y'all. Vincent is in the house, and as a corner, he's ready to bring the house down on the opposing receivers. Looking forward to seeing you shine at nickel or CB2. Hope you stick around and see us to the front door. Welcome to the Brood.
Very nice. Looks like back-to-back picks here, so you get to go again.
And smiles were had by many. With the 27th pick, Black Forest is going to select running back Trey Stover, user Anthony8139. Rising from the depths and responding to us just a tad late to be of much use when he had already been drafted. We hope you're around to run us home. Trey Stover, welcome to the Brood.
All right, next up we have the Copperheads.
All right, with the 28th pick in the ISFL Draft, the Austin Copperheads select Dwayne Swanson, user Rob JG2 from the Kansas City Coyotes. They had this to say. Austin felt compelled to bring back their co-GM, Rob. While it may seem cruel to keep him here in Austin again, we know he will cope with all the sporting failure that could befall him here. After all, he is a Jags fan and is so used to sporting disappointment. Welcome back, co-GM Rob.
That render is amazing.
A beefy Ron Swanson.
Graphics team really ate this one.
Yeah.
This
Somehow-
draft and overall has been very good.
Somehow, while being like one of the last picks in the second round, still a reach.
Agreed. Agreed. All right. You're up again, Triceracop.
IS with the 29th pick in the ISFL draft. The Osaka Kaiju select Alex Bridges, user Otex from the Kansas City Coyotes. We have this to say. If you have seen this person, please contact them. Get them in contact with me so that we can get them into our locker room and feed them to the Kaiju or get them on the team or whatever that looks like.
All right. PFP again? Really?
Yeah, we had a lot of picks. With the 30th pick, Black Forest is going to select wide receiver Stylen Grissom. User Stylen. A pick of confidence to slide another wide receiver into the back line. We are ready to style on him with Stylen Grissom. Stylen, welcome to the Brood.
Very good. Next up is Cape Town.
Yes, sir. With the 31st pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, Cape Town selects Timmy Tingus, linebacker, user Crocaine from London. Completing our trifecta of linebackers for this draft is Crocaine, who unfortunately appears to have left all league spaces. We've tried reaching out via the forums, so if you're watching, Crocaine, we'd love to have you come back and join us in Cape Town.
Next up are the Otters.
And with the 32nd pick in the S53 ISFL Draft, Orange County selects Inigo Sudworth, tight end, user Will3 from Kansas City. Kansas City kept it short and sweet, or OCOs kept it short and sweet and said, while you're IA, we would love to walk you through the steps toward coming back to activity.
All right. And next up are the Saber Cats. I'll go with Cats this time. With pick 33, they will select offensive lineman Earl Pumpkins, user Fire Havoc. Russ said, we weren't able to connect with Earl, but if you happen to see this draft stream, please feel free to ping Russ Drives the Bus or URQ660 in any Discord server you see us in, and we'll happily welcome you to San Jose. And next on the clock is no one because the draft is over. That was the final pick. If you haven't heard from your GMs yet, ask around, figure out who they are, so that you can get in contact with them. Congrats to everyone drafted, and thank you for watching, and thank you guys, you three, for helping me present this thing.
Always a pleasure.
Triceracop, you have any wise words for us to leave on?
Sometimes when life gives you lemons, you need to bake a cake and zag on them.
Hell yeah. All right. Bye, everyone.
It's your dad square on the lips.
Hey, Bim Bam, let's go. All right, bye, everyone.